keeping it down, the benefits of keeping the insulin level down. And it's interesting also that the bodybuilders were taking insulin injections, even though they weren't diabetics, but they were taking in insulin injections so that they can get bigger. And this is part of the problem that the diabetics have, is that with them taking exogenous insulin, they're making themselves fatter. And because they're not working out, they're not burning it off. So it's becoming more and more into the, as you say, the visceral fat in the belly area, and creating more and more problems because the fat's getting into the organs, which we need to backtrack and get them out of that process.
Yes. And so for growth hormone, I forgot to mention, so the benefit of growth hormone is fat loss and muscle gain. Even if you don't work out, you get more muscle because your body is just more efficient with your everyday activities. So you can take human growth hormone, you can take peptides to make your body make more human growth hormone. But really the easiest way is if you just eat right and exercise and keep your insulin levels low, then your body will make more. I think, and I'm not sure I'm right about this, but Christopher might know, I understand that you make it between 10 p.m. and 2 p.m. The majority of it, at least bodybuilders believe that's when you make it when you sleep. So they go to bed really early so that they can maximize their own growth hormone. And when they supplement it, they only supplement it in the morning when their body's not making as much. So people who go to bed really late, like me, like it was awful. I was going to bed at 12:30, 1:30, 5:30, 3:30. Like my body just thought I was on the night shift. My growth hormone took a big, giant drop. And so you can have your growth hormone level. You can measure that, with blood tests. But it just dives if you don't take it.
Yeah. So what I know of it, that's interesting that there's a specific time that it releases. From what I've learned, is it usually jacks up about 2 hours after you go to sleep. So if you go to bed at 9 o'clock, it jacks up about 11 o'clock.
Yes.
Somewhere around there. But I think that there's actually a time frame of when it does do that. So it is beneficial. So I've been right along, everybody calling me grandfather, going to bed at 7 o'clock at night. I've been fine.
You have been right. And that's why you look so amazing. Like the day I met him, it's like, okay, can this person actually be a real human? Is he real? Like, he's in person. It was crazy. I saw him across the room and I asked David, it's like, who is that man? He looks like Superman. So yeah, so they think that that's why they go to bed at 8 o'clock, is because they feel like the optimum window that you're building your growth hormone. And I've even had doctors who do anti-aging and functional medicine. They believe that the window is between 10 and 2, and it is 2 hours after you go to bed. So they go to bed at 8 o'clock and they might get up and eat later, like, the bodybuilders who are eating every 2 hours, they will sleep all the way through that window and then they'll get up and eat, go right back to bed. So they're interrupting their sleep cycle. They're not the healthiest people, but they definitely know how to put on the most muscle artificially.
Right. And I'm glad that you brought up the bodybuilding aspect of it, because that's my background also. That's how I started. And we could take bits and pieces. Obviously, we can't take every part that bodybuilders do for the diabetics, but we can take bits and pieces of it. And I encourage everyone. This is why working out is so important to me. It's because I know the fasting is good with the growth hormone, but the working out, we need that because that will also boost up your growth hormone after the workout. And especially women need it at the ages that all of us are at right now, with the osteoporosis issue that some of you have. We need to build more bone density, and the growth hormone, I believe, contributes with the bone density as well.
Oh, I wanted to throw in about my mom when you brought up bone density. So she was probably 72, and she was starting into losing her bone density, and they said, she's got to do something to get that up. So I took her to the gym. I taught her how to lift weights and work out. Do you know her bone density within 1 year was so high, it was off the chart, it was immeasurable. And they said, if you are living on just your bone density, you could live to be 160. So that's just how much working out can do for you, because she always ate healthy and she went to bed early. She did all the right things. She just worked in the yard. So she thought that's plenty of exercise, but weight bearing exercise made a gigantic difference in that.
Right. And that's some of the problems, especially with females. All they want to do is cardio. You want to run all the time. And that's actually a hindrance. There needs to be balance. There's guys that all they want to do is work out with heavy weights. They don't want to do any cardio. Then there's girls that all they want to do is cardio and they don't want to do weights because they're afraid of getting bulky, which I've never seen a girl get bulky, muscular like the Hulk ever because I had the testosterone that guys have. So that's just like a myth that women are going to get bulky. So don't be afraid to use weights to work out. That's going to help out with your bone density, as Sherry said.
Oh my God, yes, we could only hope it would be that so much. We'd only work out 10 minutes a day if we could be that easy for us to be so muscular. So the other thing that fasting does is your cells will initiate your cellular repair process. So usually you repair while you're